Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today, I have got a truly unique setup for you, and I think this is unlike really anything that you have ever seen before. You have seen definitely some, rear patio, kind of rear deck setups. Those are out there, but the disposition that it is in, you walk in from the rear patio. First off, you got a loft above it, but you walk directly into your kitchen, and it leaves a ton of really good kind of walk around room and a big massive L couch there in the living room. The separation on this thing is absolutely incredible. This is the 2025 Sabre 36ML, and if you guys don't mind, drop a comment and let me know what you think about this floor plan. How would you change it? What do you like? What do you not like? Now today I am down, you might notice I'm inside here in the showroom. Today I'm down at Funtown RV Superstore in Cleburne, Texas. This place is absolutely incredible. It is 100 degrees in Texas. So if you guys have been watching my videos, you know that I have been just sweating like crazy here the past couple of days, and being able to be inside at around 4 o'clock when it's 100 degrees and air controlled climate is really, really nice. But again, 2025 Sabre 36ML, MSRP of $111,000 with a sale price of $69,888. So if this is something that interests you, I'm going to put a link for this specific model down in the description, but it'll also have some access to some different locations. So whether you're in Texas or not, you can get a little deals on wheels. Now, right out here on the outside, one thing I'd like to point out before we go in is these windows are just a hair different than most of the RVs on the industry. They have a mirrored reflective finish, so kind of think of like, the sunglass effect, when you're outside. So it helps block some of the UV light, but it also gives it this really kind of cool appearance when you're driving down the road. Just having that like kind of silver sheen. On the inside, it doesn't quite do it justice. So right as we're walking up into the stairs, the first thing that you're going to be greeted with is this rear patio, this rear deck setup. It's really nice just due to the fact that once you get to the campground, you don't have to do anything. You are ready to go. You can set out a couple chairs, maybe like a little griddle or something of that nature, but it's just a nice way to catch a good view and sit back and hang out, read a book, have some morning coffee, things of that nature. But at the same time, it's not so massive that it strips the camper away from the good stuff there on the inside. You do have a couple lights right here, so I don't know, those weren't turned on, but there was a little fuse that blew, which is okay. It's only like a 2-second swap. I just didn't do it. But you have some lights that are right here. You also have controls if you want to hook up, like a TV. You also got the outlets. These are inverted, by the way, so it's going to be prepped for that, which is nice. So if you want the inverter, both of these can be placed into it, which is a pretty handy feature to have, especially if you're maybe doing some stuff that I guess that an inverter would help. I don't know where I was going with that. But you have a little mini kick-out slide right here, so that way you get a ton of pantry space. But I love the fact that you have the drop-in style kitchen. I mean, how cool is this that you get that, separation? The kitchen is no schlub either. I mean, it's not like it's small by any means. You get plenty of walk-around room. The flooring, I think, looks nice. It's also kind of the color and the styling that'll really hide a lot of dirt, which is really nice, especially if you're going to be bringing some kids and utilizing this loft, which is a super good-sized loft. I mean, you could fit a king-size mattress up there if you would like. Plus, you got all the plug-ins, for TVs, toys, cell phones, whatever, what have you. Their cable hookups are going to be right there. But really good use of space to go over that patio without wasting it. And one thing I forgot to point out here in the pantry is that you do have a couple pull-out drawers there as well. So really thoughtful. Sabre's actually been doing a really good job. They've come out with a couple of my new favorite floor plans. They have the 33 RLP. Highly encourage you to look at that. And then the 37 RV miles. That is a really great floor plan as well. They are going to be more at an entry-level price point, being at that $70,000. They're not super crazy priced, but you do get some pretty pinkies up, highfalutin stuff like 200 watts of solar with the juice package. You obviously got the solid surface countertops. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. They also use one of the better sinks, one of my favorite sinks in the game, the old TikTok sink, baby. It's a stainless steel undermounted bowl. You got your cup cleaner, soap dispenser, waterfall, and then, of course, whoosh, 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 hitting those dishes from all angles. You also have outlets in good places as well, maybe for like a Keurig or a coffee machine. A 3-top burner to whip up all the fixins, and enough room here in the oven, to maybe cook up like a chicken, some cookies, some pizza, some muffins, whatever it is that you got going on. You're also going to get the convection microwave too, which is interesting, having both. I don't know why you would need both, but you know, heck, I'm not complaining. I don't do too much baking, so I don't know why I would want an oven and a microwave. But if you guys have one and you've had experience with that, maybe you can tell me why having two is advantageous, or maybe it's just a waste of money. I have no idea. But right here, bada bing, bada boom. Another thing I really like too is notice how the accent lighting starts all the way in the back, goes all the way in the front, it even goes all the way to the back, you know, bedroom too, which I think is nice. 12-volt refrigerators. This is going to be the Everchill. I like that black glass finish to it. It's a 16 cubic foot, so that 200-watt solar panel should be enough to juice this bad boy up, keep it nice and cool. You know, when you're driving down the road, it's actually cold right now, which is nice. It's been so hot. I was outside, and I just couldn't do it anymore. Some of these videos, I'm just going to be straight up sweating like a dog. So you'll have a couple of those where you're just like, damn, dude, grab a towel. You're done. You're cooked. Get inside. So right here, you got the zebra shades. Not my favorite, but they're a little bit less money. You're saving some money. Kind of is what it is. You got the half Dracula, you know, the full Dracula, and then of course you can get it all the way. There's a little sticker, that solar reflective window, so you can see out really well. But on the outside on a sunny day, you cannot see in. Those things are pretty darn nifty. You have another slide right over here, and the slide height on this is pretty darn nice. I mean, I'm 6 feet tall, so you're probably looking at maybe 6'2", 6'3", but you have windows that open up, which is a benefit. Not on that one though, so that was bad timing. But this one opens up. It's also an emergency exit, but you can see how large that is, and decored up. You know, you can see you get the fancy little rings with the you know, the coffee mugs and the plates and the napkins. Someone rich is standing this. They even put, I mean, come on, plants at the dinette in your RV. Come on, who's that? My wife? Wife has plants everywhere. Since I'm out of town in Texas for a couple days too, I know for a fact I'm about to come home to like $500 worth of plants. I love the woman, but there's plants everywhere in her house. Everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. She's actually starting a YouTube page doing reviews of different products too. So I'll probably link that at some point once I'm comfortable with people oogling at my babe of a wife. So right here you have a pull-out sofa. This is going to make roughly about a king-size bed too. But I mean, look how open that space is. You can even see a couple little wiggly toes right there. But really nice little space. And this is also something that you can kick up a leg, or it's a desk that raises up and you can pull it there. Recliners right over here, directly across from, truthfully, an oversized TV. I mean, that TV is a really, really great size. I'm going to guess 60, 65 inches, you know, something around that nature. And then you also have the oversized fireplace as well. Still puts out about 4,800 BTUs of heat, so it's enough to heat the entirety of this room, even back into the back loft, which is going to be really nice to help you cut down on some of the cost of you know, propane, because you don't have to be running the heater on a day that's like 45. It's enough heat for this room. You might have to kick it on for like the bedroom and stuff like that. But you know, really good use of you know, electricity versus propane there. Now these windows open up, these don't, but then you got two of the panoramic windows there too that both do open up as well. And that gives you a good view there of those zebra shades. But let me pull this back here real quick. I mean, what do you guys think about this right here? I mean, that is just too cool for school, I think. I just think that's a really cool setup. Now the TV underneath here, you're going to get a little area where you can hide away some remotes. You got your plug-ins as well. This TV is going to be, it's going to be fixed, so not on a swivel, but I guess you don't need it because you got the big L couch there. Right as you walk in the main door, which is where we are at right now. And again, it's the 2025 Sabre 36Ml, in case you guys forgot. But right inside the main part of the door, you have all your slides, your awning controls, and then of course all of your lighting, and then all of your tank filters right there as well. So it tells you how full your tanks are. Right down here, you're going to have your fuse box, and this will actually glow up red for you when there is a fuse that popped. So there you go. So that's going to be for that back patio, you know, which is, you know, really handy. Just to, you don't have to be an electrician to figure out what the heck's going on, which is nice for someone like me who struggles with putting together Legos. You got a couple little feet markers to indicate that's where shoes can go. Little side mirror. I call this the sanity mirror, so that way you're not insane. You know, when you're driving by, you get a little extra you know, sunlight coming in. You got the old Steamer Stink Sucker 3000 right there above the old toilet or Rooney. So do your business and get her on out of there. Porcelain foot flush throne, so even you roundies will be fine with that. And then you also get plenty of storage right there. So in the hotel you know, they're folding up the little towels, making them look all fancy. Hilton Garden Inn. But I'll tell you, they are stepping their game up. Had a little desk in the middle with a couch. I don't know why in the world I'd need all that, but I'm not complaining. It's nice. So thank you, Funtown, for putting me up in a hotel ski, baby. So right here, you got about 6'7" or so, I would say. You also have a good place for all your soaps and shampoos and place to rest your bum. You also got a mirror to check out the old bowling gun, baby. Right here, you got yourself a sink. And then, of course, you know, you got yourself a little towel. Actually, I'm going to snag that. That's good timing. It's always nice to clean off your lenses. I mean, look at that. You got a little dirt right there. Oh. Whatever. Dust stocks. It's okay, though. We'll figure it out. I need a little bit of Windex, a little bit of spray. So east to west slide bed, and this looks like it's going to be a queen, but I would imagine there is an option for a king because you got a little extra fluff right over there, you know, on the edge. And then you also have a little bit of storage here up underneath, and notice that it's on the strut system, and it is fairly large with the accent lighting there up underneath. You're also going to get outlets on either side. So you're going to have one right here, and then one on the inside of the bed. Oh, you can actually see it right there in the reflector. So that's going to be, you know, nice for you. The other thing that they do is they do a little, what I like to call the old sneaky storage. How cool is that? I'm thinking some guns or something like that could go under there. Stuff you don't want to necessarily project that you got it, but you need it. You know what I'm saying? So you got your dresser right over here. 4 pull-out drawers. You also have a window with an emergency exit, TV backer, along with your cable, and then you also have your outlets as well. And then heading into the bedroom, you're going to have your shelving right over here with the hanging closet, and then you also have room for all of your, you know, your different shoes and your whatnots and your who's-its, and then you also got your hot and cold water for your washer and dryer as well. I mean, what do you guys think, baby? The old 2025 Sabre 36Ml. You're also going to have a AC right here with the old dump valve, so if you don't want to push it down the track system, you can open this up and disproportionately push all the cool air into this room, which is nice. And this one has 2 ACs, both 15K, but pretty darn nice. Wow, look at that. And again, I just love that drop down frame. But now we're going to head around the outside. We're going to spend probably about 4 minutes or so just walking around. I'll show you where all the, you know, tank levels are, tank fills and filters and all that good stuff. But again, it's the 2025 Sabre 36Ml. Sale price $69,988, I think it said. $69,888. Tried to snag an extra $100 off you, but yeah, pretty good deal, man. I mean, that's why, you know, Funtown RV. This exact store, they have, I think, 30 locations, 28 locations, something like that. But this store is the #1 towable store in the entire country. They have a campground that you can use after you purchase as well, which is nice. You know, maybe do a shake through on the unit or make sure that you know how to use everything. Just make sure you're comfortable with camping, especially if it's your first time purchase. So 3-camera safety system is going to be prepped. You can see right here, and then one on the other side, and then one heading out the back. And I'll show you both of those locations here in a minute. But basically, when you're driving, you can see what's going on behind you, just like this over on the side. So you're not driving, you know, white-knuckled and all that. The specific stock number on this one is 212,975. Spare tire, battery disconnect, solar charge controller. We're out of here. Electric stabilizing jacks. You also have your propane right there. Little leash latch for your furry friend. I mean, he's looking pretty happy down at the campground. And then, I mean, right there, aluminum frame construction. Also, I'm not sure why they do this, but they did do it. They did this in another one I noticed too. But you got the, got yourself a little outdoor mini cooler right here, a little refrigerator where you can fit about a 30 rack of Roonski of your apple juice, and that is going to be invertered as well. So if you want to get that inverter, cable hookup, more lights, or more cable, I'm sorry, and then black glass for the front door. It's also on a friction hinge door, resistant up to about 25-mile-per-hour winds. The solid steps that flip up into the doorway, and then you got your extra large grab handle as well. Vacuum bonded sidewalls with the extended solar package, extended season, so that way, you know, you can go camping a little bit longer, a little bit earlier into the season. You got another little leash latch, so if you got 2 furry friends, you can peel them apart. Dual awnings, so you have one right up here, one right over here, and this one is, you know, obviously coming off that back deck, which I think is pretty darn nice. You also have an LP Quick Connect right under there as well, and I think these are using the, I'm sorry, never mind. That was a sticker. I thought it was something else. It's saying that you have the Lippert on-the-go ladder system, which is going to be located right there, so you can get on top of your roof and check your seals, check your slides, make sure everything is on the up and up. You got another tie down right back here as well. I mean, what do you guys think about that patio? How would you guys use it? You know, what's the move? I think me and my wife would put a couple like hammock chairs type things out there. Probably chill out, have some coffee, watch the kids play, try to escape a little bit, just kind of enjoy life without a phone, you know? Backup camera prep will be right there, so that's so you can see behind you with some distance markers while you are traveling down the road. You have 2 more tie downs right here. I think those are probably going to be for like toys if you want to put like a moped or a dirt bike or something like that. It just makes sense with how those are just positioned, but I'm not quite sure. What do you guys think? 50 amp connection will be located right here, and then you're going to have your sewer outlet dump there as well. So it's in a pretty good spot. You're not pinned up between, you know, 2 slides or anything like that. It's just kind of, you know, out on its own. These slides are eligible to put on slide toppers, so that's going to go from here to here. Prevents debris from falling down on top of your unit. I definitely suggest buying one of those if you got it like that. You also have the back end of the tankless on-demand hot water heater, and then right here is going to be your docking station. So your black tank flush, which is basically a sprinkler system there for your poop tank, you know, your water fills, and then your, you know, your inlets and your bypass valves and all that good stuff. Plus you have your hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower, and then your leveling jack right there with a slam latch door. Dry weight, 12,274, but that'll all be down in the description. And right here, it's going to be that other prep for that side camera. But all right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Hopefully you hit that like and subscribe button for future RV content. I do put out daily tours, so 365 days a year, baby, like a machine right there. So you're going to get a short tour, long tour, and then I'm out of here. 2025 Sabre 36ml. My name is Hunter. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. See you. Oh, to the back deck, into the kitchen with a living room, a couch, and a massive TV.